Hello and welcome to the Unit 4 Microeconomics Review. In this video, we're going to be focusing on monopolies. So let's get started. Okay, so let's begin by defining a monopoly. So a monopoly is a market structure that's characterized by a single seller selling a unique product in the market. So there's three characteristics a monopoly must have. They have a unique product, there's only one firm, and there's also high barriers to enter and exit, making it harder for other firms to enter in this industry. Okay, so now that we know what a monopoly is, here's what the graph of one looks like. So as you can see, we have our demand curve, marginal revenue curve, and marginal cost curve. And there's a reason why the demand curve is above the marginal revenue curve. Okay, so the demand curve is above the marginal revenue curve because this firm cannot perfectly price discriminate. So that means in order to sell another unit, the firm has to lower the price of the next unit and every unit that it could have sold at a higher price. And that's why your marginal revenue curve is always below the demand curve. Before we move on, however, there is one more element to this graph that helps you find whether this monopoly is making a profit or a loss, and that is the ATC curve. Okay, so let's try and figure out if this firm is making a profit or a loss. First, you need to find the price and quantity this firm is going to sell at, which is also known as a price maximizing quantities because monopolies are neither allocatively nor productively efficient. So in order to find the quantity, you're going to have to find where MR equals MC, which happens at this point, and that's your quantity. To find the price, however, you don't dot to the side from here. Instead, you go up to the demand curve, and you dot to the left, and that will be the price you sell at. So now you know your total revenue is this times this. But now we need to find our total cost. So for total cost, you're going to find the quantity that you're selling at and go up to find the ATC curve and then dot down to the left. And this area right here is going to be your total cost. So total revenue, as you can see, is obviously bigger than the total cost area. So that means that this firm is making a profit. Okay, so up until this point, we've been looking at an unregulated monopoly, but sometimes monopolies are regulated. Oftentimes, the government regulates monopolies, and they might set a price ceiling where total revenue is being maximized, or there's fair returns, or the socially optimal price and quantity. So it's important to know how to find those on a monopoly graph. Okay, so to find the price and quantity where total revenue is maximized, you're going to find where MR is equal to 0. And that's going to be your total revenue maximizing quantity. And you're going to dot up to the demand curve and then dot to the left to the price, and that's going to be your total revenue maximizing price. Okay, so in order to find the break-even price or the price where you have fair returns or zero economic profit, these all mean the same things, you're going to basically find where ATC equals the demand curve. So that's right over there. So you're going to dot down, and that's your quantity where you break even, and then you're going to once again dot to the left to the price, and that's where you break even. Okay, so the last one is the socially optimal price and quantity, which is also known as the allocatively efficient price and quantity. So here you're going to find where the marginal cost is equal to the demand curve. So that's right there. You're going to dot down quantity where socially optimal. Once again, dot to the left. And that's your socially optimal price and quantity.